as the deadline for Washington's state legislative session looms.
I think we're on track to get to a budget that works for Washingtonians.
But do Eastern Washington's lawmakers think so? Plus, Hamilton may be on stage in downtown Spokane, but the city's entertainment industry is feeling a little helpless about ticket sales.
The weekend brings about a little more cloud cover and a little bit of mountain rain, but the rest of us enjoy nothing but sunshine.
Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight for KREM 2 News. I'm Cody Proctor. Washington state lawmakers have just 2 days to finalize the state budget for the governor to sign. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy spoke with Eastern Washington senators on both sides of the aisle tonight as that deadline quickly approaches. And Connor, what's at stake here tonight?
Well, right now there's a $16 billion budget deficit Governor Bob Ferguson is trying to close. He says new taxes are an unsustainable way to make that a reality. So as a result, the state has to find other sources of funding. Governor Ferguson spent this legislative session emphasizing how he wouldn't rely on new taxes to bail out the state. Now, state lawmakers, including Spokane Senator Marcus Riccelli, are looking at other avenues of funding, including the possibility of cutting some state services.
Still hoping to ensure we're not making draconian cuts for things like schools and healthcare and public safety.
One avenue of state transportation funding could come out of the wallets of taxpayers in the form of a 6-cent state gas tax. Senate Bill 5801 passed both the state, Senate, and House. It's now waiting to pass the legislature before it can be signed into law by the governor. That's estimated to bring in $10 billion over 6 years. Part of that funding would help finish the North Spokane corridor on time.
You don't let folks, even in tough times, go backwards on the North Spokane corridor. I've been steadfast that, and I'm looking forward to bringing home a transportation budget that continues to keep the North Spokane corridor on track to completion in 2030.
While Senator Riccelli remains positive in the session's final days, the same can't be said for everyone.
The state's broke. I don't know how to put it any other way.
State Senator Leonard Christian says the required funds state departments may have to provide to are too much and require too much work.
They're doing every Olympia trick they can think of, including putting off pension payments for the state employees, to taking money from the transportation budget and capital budgets and moving it into the operation budgets to cover the bills for the next 2 years. This is a disaster in the making, absolute disaster.
As the clock keeps ticking towards the budget deadline, Governor Ferguson says he's, quote, cautiously optimistic a budget will be made on time.
And what I'm seeing from their hard work and the legislation that's being approved, that I think we're on track to get to a budget that works for Washingtonians.
Now, if lawmakers can't make the deadline, the governor will have to call them back for a special session. Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you so much. And in continuing coverage tonight, it's official. Spokane Mayor Lisa Brown signed the Ban the Address ordinance at an event in downtown Spokane this morning. The mayor signaled her support for the new policy. It prohibits businesses in the Lilac City from asking for a job applicant's address until after a job offer has been made. City Council says the ordinance will help ensure qualified job applicants aren't excluded from consideration based on their lack of a physical address or their housing status.
It's about removing barriers so everyone has a chance for employment and a successful outcome.
The city says it's the first one in Washington and possibly the country to pass such an ordinance. Well, time right now for your Nightbeat for a quick look at today's top stories. Police continue to investigate a deadly shooting at a North Spokane gas station that happened early this morning. According to the Spokane Police Department, officers responded to reports of a shooting at the Maverick gas station in the area of Montgomery and Division around 3:15 this morning. Officers found 2 people shot. One of them died at the scene. An ambulance took the other to a hospital. At last check, they were in critical but stable condition. Tonight, police still search for the suspect. Another story tonight, the suspect in November's Bigfoot pub shooting surrendered to U.S. Marshals. According to the Spokane County Sheriff's Office, 30-year-old Jordan Fleming's been booked into the Spokane County Jail for first-degree assault. Deputies say the shooting happened last November around 1 in the morning after a fight broke out. One man was rushed to a hospital after being shot in the stomach. After spending months on the run, Fleming now sits behind bars on a $1 million bond. And a verdict was reached today in a deadly College Hill shooting from 2021. After nearly 4 years, George Harris III was found guilty of second-degree manslaughter in Whitman County. According to Pullman Police, back in September of 2021, Liban Barre and former WSU football player Brandon Gray were at a party on College Hill when Harris shot them. Both men were taken to a hospital. Barre died from his injuries. And that's it for your Night Beat. For more on any of these stories, just head to our website, KREM.com. Well, as we wrap up our Friday, this weekend could be a warm one for us. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo is breaking down the forecast for us tonight.
Well, after an absolutely gorgeous Friday across much of the inland Northwest, we hang on to the beautiful conditions this weekend, but it comes with a little bit of a caveat. On Friday, we topped out in the mid-70s in Spokane. A couple of 80s popping up on the map as those temperatures soared. Because we got so warm on Friday, we wind up waking up to temperatures in the mid and low 40s. It's not even a cold night. As we move through the next couple of days, though, we wind up seeing a little more of a change. We have some moisture working its way in from the south, and what that's going to equate to is a little bit of cloud cover Saturday morning. We all wind up seeing this cloud cover as it moves through. Bulk of it early in the day. Comes with a round of showers in the southern panhandle up in the mountains. A little bit of rain over in Montana, and then Sunday we see a chance of storms. That predominantly stays up in high elevations of North Idaho. Maybe a stray shower in northeast Washington, and that is it. It all moves out, and it is all about the sunshine down low. A mix of clouds and sun on Saturday turns to mostly sunny skies on Sunday in Spokane, while storms take place in the mountains. Clouds build Monday ahead of a decent chance of rain on Tuesday.
Well, Pope Francis, the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, will be buried tomorrow after his funeral. As we take a live look at the Vatican right now, he died Monday at the age of 88 after suffering a stroke. His coffin was sealed on Friday. President Donald Trump and the First Lady landed in Rome to attend the Pope's funeral in the morning. Former President Joe Biden is also set to join other world leaders gathering for the historic day at the Vatican. For 3 days, tens of thousands of mourners waited in line for hours to say farewell. After the funeral, there will be at least 9 days of public mourning before the cardinals begin the conclave to elect a new pope. Coming up tonight, Spokane's entertainment industry is feeling a bit slow at the moment, but they're not throwing away their shot just yet. That story coming up in the next 90 seconds.